Somewhere between Astana and Wonderland, between childhood training and adult championships, a story was born. One that at first only its creators believed in. But soon a packed hall of 2,500 people did too. This is not just a show. It's not just a competition. It's not just a musical. This is a fairy tale under the starry sky. And just to keep Disney's lawyers calm, no, this isn't a sequel to Aladdin. It's an original Eastern tale woven from legends, imagination, love, and ballroom dancing. Yes, you heard that right. Eastern fairy tales and competitive ballroom dancing. It sounds unusual at best, and at best, brilliant.
Это мюзикл о любви. О всех, наверное, стадиях.
This is a musical about love, about all its stages. It's about dreaming of love, searching for love, and finding love. About the sacrifices we sometimes make for love, for the people we care about. And most importantly, it's about sharing love with one another. That's where the idea came from.
Возникла идея. Всегда хочется что-то сделать то, чтобы нас объединить.
We wanted to create something that would unite us, parents and children, dancers from different clubs, and even world-famous stars flying in to join us. Together, we wanted to create something new and exciting.
Соединились вместе для того, чтобы что-то вот создать новое, интересное.
The organizers decided it was time for both children and adults to try something completely new. Not just to practice routines on the dance floor focusing on technique, but to open up creatively, surrender to the music and emotions, take on a role and fully become another character. And for that, they needed a stage, the biggest in the country, a team, ideas, over 200 costumes, and hundreds of inspired children from age 3 and up. Even seniors dance, grown women and men. First of all, this time, there are a lot of people, many children of all ages, from 3-year-old to adults, even seniors, the Pro-Am category of adult men and women. We wanted all dancers on stage to feel united. That's why I believe the professional level is much higher this time, because we've added many professional special effects. And most importantly, we have the country's largest stage and a magnificent hall. Before we aimed for 400 or 500 spectators, but now it's 2,500. The organizers say the main mission of the musical is to give everyone a chance to believe in magic, even if just for a moment. And looking at this project, who wouldn't believe? When the tales of Scheherazade, Jasmine, and international matchmakers intertwine into 3 stories that merge into one at the finale. Dmitry Starikov, the show's visionary, crafted each storyline specifically for certain children, so everyone is involved. And everyone feels that without them, the star wouldn't shine. According to the script, alongside the children on stage are world show dance champions and Guinness World Record holder Sergei Tsarulnikov. Professionals and young debutantes perform together in one show. No one is left out or pushed to the background. Because this isn't a competition, it's a performance. Here no scores are given, only a fairy tale is told. And it's told year after year. That's why the next premiere is planned in 4 years, to do it all again, truly, with special effects, star costumes, deep meaning, and most importantly, soul.
Вы знаете, я, наверное, такой человек, мне скоро 40 лет, но я до сих пор верю в чудеса.
You know, I'm probably the kind of person who, even though I'm almost 40, still believes in miracles. I love fairy tales because Maybe we live in a world today filled with so much information that it makes you anxious, makes you worry. Sometimes you don't even know what to do to find your most basic need, security. And when you dive into these fairy tales, I don't know if it's childish or not, but your nervous system relaxes a bit. You start to believe in miracles, in the kindness of people. Often in life, we face situations where things aren't as honest or open as we'd like. So maybe a fairy tale is a place where you can unwind, go back to childhood, when we all dreamed of living in the most beautiful, best world. In the end, it's all in our hands. If we believe in miracles, we can create them ourselves.
Если мы верим в чудеса, мы можем сами создавать это чудо.
What is a musical? It's when they sing for you, dance for you, and act on stage all at once. A little bit theater, a little concert, a little cinema, but live. The musical is a genre envied by all others. It can be romantic, dramatic, funny, and spectacular, all at the same time. It's like a chocolate cake with fireworks. The musical's roots are in America. The first true musical officially called that premiered on Broadway in 1866. Since then, the genre has grown legendary, filled with hits and theater awards. Cats, Phantom of the Opera, Les Miserables, Moulin Rouge, the list goes on. In the 21st century, musicals became a global phenomenon, bringing together actors, singers, dancers, set designers, costume designers, directors, and now, champions of ballroom dance. Because in the musical A Fairy Tale Under the Starry Sky, Kazakhstan's creators decided to take a step towards something new, combining the storytelling of fairy tales with the aesthetics of ballroom competitions. The result is a blend that can only be called an Eastern dance extravaganza.
Эта история, конечно, основана на «Тысяче и одна ночь».
This story is, of course, based on 1001 Nights, the book, The Tale of the Magic Lamp. But the script itself, I wrote it myself, knowing our children, knowing our dancers. Into it, I wove 3 stories. The tale of King Shakhriyar and Shahrazadi, the story of the magic lamp, where I imagined a girl who loved a boy and then transformed into the magic lamp. That part is purely my invention. Then there is the story of princes from different countries courting Jasmine. This was also my idea, because we have so many children and I wanted to showcase each dancer brightly. The whole show runs 2.5 hours without intermission. We wanted to be engaging. As you saw, people stayed until the very end, energized and moved. I wanted to create something new, to keep exploring and discovering. That's how this interesting story came to life in my head. And in the end, these 3 stories merge into one.
И еще вот эти истории. И потом эти истории в конце уже вместе соединялись. 3 реальности соединялись в одну.
Ballroom dancing itself is an art and a show. Some say it's sport and they're right. Others say it's creativity and they're right too. From cha-cha to the Viennese waltz, Latin and European programs always blend passion, precision, costumes, and lighting. Now imagine all this integrated into a musical, where every dance is not just a performance, but a vivid visual story, an episode in a grand spectacle. The air is charged with a wide spectrum of emotions, from the children, the adults, the audience, and the stage.
I liked it because my parents were there and they gave me flowers.
I liked everything.
I really liked how we danced all the motions. Today every child felt like a star. Although we are stars anyway, we don't need to feel it every day, but we do feel it every day.
Мы чувствуем это каждый день все-таки, да.
In the musical A Fairy Tale Under the Starry Sky, there are no judges, only grateful spectators. When a child steps onto the stage, where every move is part of a larger story, they feel not the nerves of competition but joy and wonder. And that changes a person. Even the costumes tell their own story. Designers from Kazakhstan, China, and Russia worked on them, creating looks, selecting fabrics, studying the cultures of the countries represented. Because each number is its own country or even a whole world. So the child doesn't just put on a costume, but truly becomes a hero of the tale. From the genie to the princess, from the guard to the sultan.
A musical is not just about the stage and the dancing, it's a space where every child can open up creatively and emotionally. And ballroom dancing is part of that.
In a fairy tale under the starry sky, dance isn't just decoration. It's the language of the story. There are no long monologues here. The cha-cha-cha will tell everything for you, and the paso doble will reveal who's the villain and who's the hero before a single word is spoken. This demands huge directorial work, not just setting the dances, but weaving them into a single narrative. Not just choosing music, but matching it to each character's personality. Not just dressing an actor, but transforming them into a character.
The creative process was very natural. Images came to us right away, and we wanted the costumes to look like ballroom attire, since that's our style. So every scene went smoothly without any difficulties. We designed 18 looks for the ensemble, while soloists had their costumes made separately. In total, we made costumes for around 200 people.
What emerged on stage was a whole world, with its own laws, magic, princes, lamps, and most importantly, emotions. The children didn't just feel like performers, they became heroes. Eyes full of fire, inspiration, smiles, and the right spirit. For the kids, their parents, and everyone who remembers what it means to believe in fairy tales.
Always, always believe in miracles. Miracles never disappear. Magic is everywhere. Happiness, health, it's all around us. Every day brings gifts. For example, we came to this musical, danced, and that itself was a gift of happiness.
I believe in miracles, and I encourage you to believe too. Everything comes true.
I believe in miracles. You know, miracles do happen. Dreams come true. You just have to want and dream the right way.
And that's exactly why this musical exists. To give children a chance not just to train, but to express themselves. Not just to win medals, but to show feelings in costume, in music and dance as part of a team. And what should we call this genre now? Dance musical? Choreo fantasy? Ballroom musical? Or maybe simply Kazakh style? Why not? It's time for Kazakh musicals to take the international stage with their own meanings, rhythms, and costumes. Already, a fairy tale under the starry sky is being invited to cities across Kazakhstan. And next stop, Dubai. We realized we need to develop children not only in dance, but creatively as well, to help them communicate, express emotions, and bring new ideas to life. Our goal was for the children to be different after the musical. The atmosphere they experience today will show itself in 5 years. They'll all have a new awareness. The organizers admit the impact of this musical isn't in likes or reposts, trophies or reports. It's in how, years from now, one of these children might become a doctor, developer or teacher. And remember, I performed in a musical. I stepped onto the country's main stage. I did it. And that I did it will be the foundation for something new. Because children who go through a fairy tale under the starry sky change their perspective. They're no longer just tournament participants. They are artists. They know they can take the stage and captivate the audience. They learn not to fear, not to compete, not to compare. They learn to be themselves. And the fairy tale continues, not once every 4 years, but every day, in rehearsal halls where a coach says, "Don't be afraid, dance," where a mother sews a costume like Jasmine's, where someone understands that miracles aren't about a magic wand. They are about friendship, about a team, about love, and of course, about a fairy tale under the starry sky.
Thank you.